And welcome back to From the Front Porch into the Living Room. We don't even have the fireplace lit today. We don't need it. It's a beautiful day in the White Mountains of Arizona. And I'm your host, Barbara Bruce, and I am looking out onto White Mountain Boulevard. I can see Porter Mountain where the towers are, radio towers. I can see all of you hustling and bustling out there, trying to get all the things done that you need to have done on a Saturday. And if you are out driving around, you are very welcome to come over to our beautiful log cabin. We are, as I said, sandwiched between Aflac and the Doghouse Thrift Shop. And let me tell you, you will love the tour, but you get to stop in the kitchen and have today Black Forest cupcakes from Persnickety's. And if you've ever had her confections or anything else that Nikki Rose does, you know that it's worth the stop. Not only that, we have coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. So it's a good place to be. And I have to tell you, if you want something a little more substantial, this morning, all the way up till 11 o'clock, so you better get over there at the Sholo Senior Center. They have Meals on Wheels, and they're raising money, so they have a good breakfast. And Kevin Weaver from Hospice tells me that people are saying that that biscuits and gravy dish that you get over there is some of the best you can find on the mountain. Go by and support them because they help so many people. And now, this section of the show I absolutely love. It's called Neighbor to Neighbor. Neighbor helping neighbor. All of us up here love people and we want to help. We want to make a difference. And maybe we can't support every single organization, but when I bring on a business, a nonprofit, or an individual, maybe they just tweak your heartstrings and you know that you should help them. And so this morning, Justin Sherman is with me from Dollar Dress and Thrift. Good to have you.
Good to be here.
You moved a couple of times because you and I were just talking. When I was with White Mountain Radio, you were on my Business Matters show, and we talked about that, and people never have enough places to shop up here. And you're not just a store that people go in. You help people, too.
That's right. We've helped a lot of people since we've opened. It's a great thing, and that's why we opened it, to help people. Both me and Jeremy, we're, I don't know, for some reason we have that dang disease of loving to help people.
And it is something. In fact, I asked you, I said, are you related to Dave Sherman from the Salvation Army? And I know that many people probably ask you that because you're both in the nonprofit help the people world.
Yeah.
Well, I called you Dollar Dress and Thrift, but it's Dollar Dress and More. And you do have more. And when I went to your website, I looked at the way that you had arranged jewelry and all these other things. And I thought, I wonder how many people know that the more is really great.
Yep. We try to offer quite a big selection. The store itself is 3,200 square foot on the inside. And we have a little over 1,500 square foot tent on the outside for furniture as well. And then we have a big backyard that we have a little bit of like construction materials, different stuff that comes in. But so the guys aren't bored when the wives are shopping as well. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have found that when men go shopping with women for clothes, a smart business place establishment will have a chair and something for the men to do.
Yep. We also have a little arcade there where a lot of times the guy sits there and plays solitaire while he's waiting for his wife. So
I can see that you have definitely figured this out.
Yep.
What do you do with the money that you get from the store?
All right. So that's a perfect question. And so I want to so we've since we've been opened, we've helped a lot of families. And right now this month there are several families that specifically, and I won't name names, but I'm thinking of right now, they came back from situation and they had nothing. And so they live in a complete empty house. And so we set them up with furniture and clothing, all that stuff. And they also didn't have a water heater or anything. And so we're working on that and getting them a stove. And, but it's those little things that we do, and we're able to help the community. And since we've been open, we've also been able to give to a lot of different 501c3s, because we feel that if they're doing a good job helping others, we might as well help them also. There's no reason to try to do everything.
You can't do it all, which is why I thought this would be a good segment for this show. People are out on Saturday morning. Some people want to do something. We all feel a tug at our hearts. And I look at all the many organizations that we have on our mountain, and we look for those places that are going to help our local people. And we do have a lot of need. Now, why would we have a lot of need? The economy took a nosedive in 2008. Also in the winter, as a rule, our construction and a lot of other things like that, it goes down. People can't work. Even though we've got no snow this year, we'd like to have some.
That's right.
Those are things that impact us. There's a lot of seasonal work, and people try to make it in the summertime and then carry it over into the winter. But medical bills, all different kinds of issues that can come up in people's lives happen. And we don't judge those things. We just know that sometimes people need a little bit of help.
Yep, they need a hand up. And I was talking to someone the other day, and they says, we don't want a handout, we want a hand up. And I think that's a really good way to look at things. And I wanted to kind of, I wanted to start out real quick by reading my mission statement. Dollar Dress and More Thrift's corporate purpose is to help other 501c3s and to help the needy with temporal, financial support, clothing, furniture, appliances, housing, and bills as funds are available. And so it's a simple statement, but the interesting thing, even before we were a nonprofit, we were LLC, we did that. And it's really nice to have gone from one point to another and be able to have a lot more freedom to help people and to spread the needs that are very needed in this community.
We don't feel so good anytime as when we help somebody else. It always makes us have that warm, fuzzy feeling. Now, where do you get all of the things that you have in the store?
It's by donation, and we have a lot of donations that come in every day. And I have to tell you, it's a big chore to sort through them. So we definitely depend also on volunteers to come in and help us sort through things. And right now, a lot of times it's just myself and also my cousin Jeremy, which we started this together, and it's a lot of work. And there is, when you go through, for instance, say a couple of truckloads come in, that all has to be sorted, make sure that it's ready to go to the floor. And if you've ever been in our store, we try to keep it clean and organized because, we want to give you guys affordable things. And when you walk into our store, I want you to feel like, not beneath you. I want you to feel like you're still getting great things at a low cost. So
I like that. And when people give things, I often tell people, don't give people your junk. And when I say junk, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm talking about those things that need a lot of repair or that you would throw at the dump. Because what doesn't work, you have to take to the dump and you pay that charge.
We do. We actually have a lot of dump fees, but we have learned to do a lot with like the furniture that comes in broken. We have a section also in our store. A lot of times that we get that stuff and our crafters go nuts over it and they repurpose it and do other things with it. So we're trying right now to get a hold of some different recycling programs. So the junk that does come in, unfortunately, that we will be able to recycle it and repurpose it and not have to go so much through our landfill.
Repurpose is a nice word because there are many people that are handy at taking something and making it into something else. But your store, if people look on your website, they can see that it's neatly organized, and it does take a lot of work. Where do you find volunteers, or are we asking for volunteers right now?
We definitely could use volunteers. Right now we have a few that come in and help, but we can definitely use more. And the more volunteers that we have, the more merchandise we get out, and the more goodies that you guys get to go find. And it's always fun to treasure hunt, as we call it.
Justin, one of the things that I have found in living on the mountain is, as a rule, people don't go shopping as much in the winter. However, as I said, we are experiencing unusual weather. So I find people out. Never can I remember seeing as many yard sales as I have seen lately, because in the winter, they're just dormant. However, that is a good place. If people have leftover stuff from their yard sales, they could donate it to you.
That's right. And we do pickups as well. And we've done a lot of yard sale pickups. And they have fun with it, because if you have a yard sale and you sold half of it, like, what do we do with the other stuff? We can come pick it up. And we also, of course, can give you one of those tax donation slips. So it's always helpful on your taxes as well, for those of you people that need help with that. Some people,
Good time to bring it up right now, because most of us are going to have to go through the shoebox.
Yeah.
I have that big shoebox. I've just thrown it all in there, and at some point in time, I've got to find time to organize it. But it does help. It makes a difference. And it doesn't negate from what you've done. Everybody knows that the government allows it. It's legal, so don't worry about that. But if you have something to give, definitely give it to someone that can use it. Repurpose it, as you say.
Yep.
What are your hours?
It is 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday. The only day that we are closed is on Sundays.
That's fantastic. How did you get into this?
So that's a good question. So I guess the best way to describe it is when my cousin, he was out of work for a while, and he's a great guy, and I like him a lot. We grew up as brothers, and I decided to. I was out of job also because I had a traumatic brain injury, and so I wasn't working, and we talked about opening up a thrift store for a long time to help people, but we never put it to fruition. And when he was out of work, I was like, well, we're just gonna go and do it. We're just gonna drop everything and just try to make it happen. And we dove in with I have to say very, very little bit of money, and just put our whole hearts into it. And we're still around today. And we opened in January of 2011. So we've been open a little over 3 years. And I have to tell you, it's a really good thing, especially go through the recession and still be open today. So
it really is. That is amazing. And Yoda says there is no try, do.
That's right.
And you did do it. And I think that's great. When it is the thing that you should be doing, all the doors open up regardless of how much money that you have. And I can remember years ago, a lady told me a story. She said that when you are following your true path, that you can equate what is happening to someone that goes swimming. Maybe they have a cramp and they panic and they drown. Or if they're smart, they relax and they make it to shore. Well, that's how it is when you are following your true path, something that you mean to do, that you should be doing, that helps others. And I think that that's why that the store is still open. You have filled a need, because there are many nonprofits up here. I see all of them, and I love for them to come here so that we can get their message out there. I love that you read your mission statement, because you do have to have a mission statement. Today, most people do have a mission statement and a vision statement. Yep. And yours is to help others, to help the 501c3s that are out there struggling. And when I moved up here in 1994, there weren't that many. Now today, I see that we have a lot of them, and they always need help. But one helps the other, and the next and the next. It's really great the way that the synergy works on this mountain.
Yep. And now thinking about that, since you brought them up, I just want to name a few that we've helped in the time we've been open for the little 3 years that we've been open. Big Brothers, Big Sisters, AYSO, Little League, Love Kitchen, Sholo Schools, Blue Ridge Schools, Jefferson Academy, Sequoia Schools, local scout troops, local churches, Discovery Center, the city of Sholo, and many others.
Wow.
And of course, we've done parades as well and all the different community events.
You know, that's really good, because you are involved in community. You want to be a part of community, or you wouldn't want to help all these organizations. And I know that every single one of them have a fundraising arm of their own, but there are times that they are struggling. When you're in charge, like you are and your cousin Jeremy, you look around and you see where there is a director in an organization. And a lot of times people think that that's a gravy job, that they get a big paycheck. Well, they get a lot of points, I think, with the man upstairs, because it's not for pay that they do it.
Yeah, that's for sure. I can tell you from the time we've opened, especially when we first opened for the first few years, we many months we didn't take any paychecks at all, and the months that we did, it was around $500. So that's for the whole month. And so I can tell you that you have to have love. You have to have love for the people and love for what you do. Considering that I've always worked at places and made good money. And we're not doing that now, but we get to help people and we get to survive, and that's what's important.
You have to have a lot of faith.
Yep.
A whole lot of faith. Where are you located?
So we're located exactly 1 mile south of Walmart, next to Wagon Wheel Flooring and Hughes Plumbing Supply.
So people can find you, and the only day you're closed is Sunday.
That is correct.
So people could come by today.
Yep.
You know, it's a great day to be out driving around to find some things that you might want, because they say someone's trash is someone else's treasure. But I love that you are hanging in there, that you've been in business for 3 years. And I thank you so much for helping all of these organizations and for caring about community. Well,
that's what it's all about. And I think we can all step up and do a little bit more. And we have to remember, we have to live all on this mountain together. So we might as well be happy. Let's be on the happy bus.
You know, we say that all the time because we really and truly do have an incredible community. And I probably have said this 4,183 times, but Roger Leslie was the general manager for Honda for a number of years. He was the most motivational guy, and he would always say that community means come in unity. And we've been through fires up here. We've been through I won't say depression. We've been through an economic downturn like everybody else. And somehow or another, we all make it because there's somebody out there that, as you said, is giving the hand up.
Yep, that's right. And I also want to talk about a little bit another opportunity that we have at our thrift store and makes us a little bit different. White Mountain Sales has also partnered with us. So we have U-Haul located at our location, so you can get U-Haul needs, and they'll give a portion to us to help the goal as the nonprofit.
So if somebody needs a U-Haul and they go over and get it from you, then you are going to benefit from this.
Yep. That's right.
Great.
So the community will benefit from this. That's correct.
Okay, I like that. And you're right, the community, because it sounds like you don't get the greatest salary in the world.
No.
So today I hope that you stop by and get one of those persnicketies cupcakes, because those are really over the top. I appreciate what you're doing for community, and I think it's great. If someone wants a pickup, if they have some things that are good for the store itself, dollar, dress, and more, write that down, because you can give them a call. And what is that number?
That is 537-9093, or you can visit our website at dollardress.org. So very simple and easy to remember. That's dollardress.org.
Well, I want to tell you something that's great is that there are a lot of people out there with things, and they do start cleaning out in the spring, and maybe they're doing it early with our good weather, and they don't know what to do with this stuff. And so having a pickup service makes all the difference in the world. And I bet that you wouldn't even mind if they gave you a few dollars for the gas.
Sure.
Because I think that a lot of times people just don't have the big truck or whatever they need to bring the stuff to you. But if you will come and get it, they will. So a few dollars for gas wouldn't hurt. Well, I want to thank you so much, Justin Sherman. You are making a difference on the mountain, and it's why we do Neighbor to Neighbor.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And it is a beautiful day. So as you are out driving around, there's a lot of things going on. I know that Pet Allies is over at Tractor Supply. I'm going over there because we had RJ Owens from Pet Allies on, sometime in the last month. And she was raising money over at Pet Allies for the Kuvaz dogs. And I think it's great. I bid on a bunch of things, and I'm going to pick those things up today, and I'm going to do my very best, because I already have a St. Bernard and a Great Pyrenees, to not take an animal home. But for those of you that don't have an animal, it would be nice if you could go over and, Valentine's was yesterday, and you could get the real love of your life, a loyal love of your life. We appreciate you joining us on From the Front Porch. We are brought to you by Silver Creek Pharmacy in Taylor, Arizona. They have great gifts there, but they have incredible service for their pharmacy. They care about you. They have a sync program that you can find out about so that you do not run out of your medicines. Or if you're going at various times of the month, they will synchronize this so that you can get all your medicines at one time. And many of us forget, we don't read the label on our prescription bottle, and we may run out. They'll keep you from running out. They'll check with your doctor for you. So give them a try. They're a local pharmacy that cares about you. We also have the Maverick magazine. I love Amy Rogers, and if you pick up that issue, you'll see that the Maverick and KVSL have married, and we have a special for all of you because we believe in advertising too. We believe in print and we believe in radio. So pick up your copy of the Maverick magazine, and if you can't find it, it means you need a subscription, not a prescription. You get that at Silver Creek Pharmacy. The number is 532-NEWS, and you can get your own subscription that will come to you every single month. Thank you so much for joining us. I always put on our Facebook page who is going to be on the show every Saturday morning from the Front Porch. Again, you can stop by because Persnicketies is one of our sponsors. And today, everybody that is sitting in here is excited because there are Black Forest cupcakes, and they are yummy. Hot chocolate, coffee and tea, or water, whatever your pleasure. I want to thank you so much for joining us today from the Front Porch into the living room.